1. How did Homo sapiens, meaning thinking man, wise man, or knowledgeable man, become the sole surviving species of the genus Homo? By the year 2026, over 8.3 billion humans occupied almost all regions of Earth. Yet, the deep origin of this single surviving lineage reveals extraordinary biological adaptations and a long, complex historical journey spanning millions of years. So what truly defines this sole remaining species, and how did its ancestors overcome the harsh realities of ancient survival? 2. Biologically, humans belong to the biological family of apes within the superfamily Hominoidea. Remarkably, human chromosome 2 was formed by the joining of two other chromosomes. This distinct evolutionary merger leaves humans with 23 pairs of chromosomes, compared to 24 pairs in other apes. Today, any two humans are on average over 99% genetically similar. Furthermore, genetic research demonstrates that the most genetically diverse human populations originate from Africa, holding crucial clues to our earliest biological foundations. 3. Anatomically, humans are characterized by bipedalism, minimal body hair, and large, complex brains. They feature about 2 million sweat glands distributed across their entire bodies for temperature regulation. In terms of dentition, the human dental formula is 2.1.2.3-2.1.2.3, a structure shared with other catarrhines. However, humans stand apart as the only primates possessing short, relatively flush canine teeth. These distinct physical traits set the physical foundation for a species destined to expand across unpredictable global environments. 4. Inside the skull, the human prefrontal cortex is remarkably large and highly developed. This mental apparatus enables episodic memory, flexible facial expressions, self-awareness, theory of mind, private thought, and imagination. Humans can engage in introspection, volition, forming views on existence, and chronesthesia, which is episodic foresight. In cultural anthropology, the cumulative preservation and advancement of knowledge across generations is known as the ratchet effect. But how far back in deep history did the biological genus Homo actually begin its evolutionary journey? 5. The genus Homo evolved from Australopithecus millions of years ago. Found in Ethiopia, the fossil specimen LD 350-1 represents the earliest recorded evidence of Homo, dated to 2.8 million years ago. By 2.3 million years ago, Homo habilis and Homo rudolfensis had evolved. However, sources note that there is no consensus on the exact time of divergence to the genus Homo due to scant fossil evidence, leaving early hominin history partially shrouded in ongoing scientific debate. 6. Evolving 2 million years ago, Homo erectus became the first archaic human species to leave Africa and the first to evolve a characteristically human body plan. Later, the out-of-Africa migration occurred in at least two waves, around 130,000 to 100,000 years ago, and 70,000 to 50,000 years ago. Homo sapiens reached Eurasia 125,000 years ago, Australia around 65,000 years ago, the Americas 15,000 years ago, and remote islands between 300 and 1280 CE. 7. As modern humans expanded, they encountered other ancient lineages across Eurasia. Today, disagreement exists over whether Neanderthals should be classified as a separate species of humans or as a subspecies of Homo sapiens. Genetic evidence confirms that Neanderthals and Denisovans contributed up to 6% of their genome to present-day non-sub-Saharan African humans. In Africa, the direct ancestral species of Homo sapiens is commonly designated as either Homo heidelbergensis or Homo rhodesiensis. Yet, what transformative revolution would soon reshape human lifestyle forever? 8. For most of their existence, humans were omnivorous and used fire to prepare and cook food. Until about 12,000 years ago, all human populations lived entirely as hunter-gatherers. This ancestral existence shifted dramatically during the Neolithic Revolution. This agricultural transition took place first in Southwest Asia and occurred independently in Mesoamerica, China, Papua New Guinea, and the Sahel and West Savannah regions of Africa. For the first time, human communities transitioned from nomadic foraging toward permanent agricultural settlements. 9. Settled agriculture soon paved the way for an urban revolution during the 4th millennium BCE, marked by the development of city-states in Mesopotamia. Around 3000 BCE, cuneiform script appeared in Sumerian cities, creating written records. Concurrently, emerging by 3000 BCE, the Carol Soup civilization developed as the oldest complex civilization in the Americas. Millions would eventually inhabit organized societies across continents, and history itself started being recorded as a formal discipline in the 5th century BCE. 10. Following the fall of the Western Roman Empire in 476, Europe entered the Middle Ages, where Christianity and the Church acted as a primary source of authority and education. Meanwhile, the Islamic Golden Age inspired profound achievements in architecture, science, technology, and a distinct way of life. Later, in the 13th and 14th centuries, the Mongol Empire expanded aggressively, conquering much of Eurasia. But as human civilizations grew and connected across global trade networks, what catastrophic challenges lay in wait? 11. Despite global catastrophes like the Black Death, which killed 75 to 200 million people, human demographics surged exponentially. The human population reached 1 billion in 1800, 2 billion in 1930, 4 billion in 1975, and 8 billion by 2022. Along this path, global conflicts erupted, including the First World War in 1914. Later, the Second World War ended in 1945, leaving the United States and the Soviet Union as dominant global superpowers. 12. From humble origins, humans became the first known species to visit the Moon, establishing a continuous presence in space on the International Space Station since 2000. Named Homo sapiens by Carl Linnaeus in his 1735 work Systema Naturae, this wise man has populated every corner of Earth. Yet, deep philosophical debates remain active regarding whether personhood applies to all humans or all sentient beings, when personhood begins, and how we truly define the essence of human existence.